directly. Then empowerment session and the ad talk session, we can still deploy the same session. Our choir administration here, we can have both the offline presentation or the administration, and we can have a live, which is online administration of the presentation, as the case might be. Now, all these are what we should be thinking through and be thinking about concerning the program. Can I have the next page, see? Let me show you that on the next page. Things that may be needed for our reporting processes. Well, we will need to do a training for us, a demo and a training for us on how to use Google Form. We have one of our leaders here that is very, very good in handling it. So we'll package a session for every one of us so that we'll be able to use it. I was talking with some people very recently, and I tried to let them understand that, look, our knowledge curve increases every day, depending on our disposition to learn one thing or the other. Just this simple form, you can't believe that some people will not be able to fill it appropriately, because where you needed, when that form is being generated, they would indicate the format of the input. If the format of the input is title string or text form or numeric, where you have numeric numbers and you put letters, definitely it will not jive. You have scattered the whole whatsoever. So this will help us. We'll be able to know how to use data collation and strategies for all the cluster centers and everything. All this can be done using Google Form or equally online entry form. So then after that, if there are questions and everything, we'll be able to have a feedback mechanism where we can have impression. Now, in this feedback mechanism, over here, we have been using Zoom, which is a two-way interactive platform for us to get questions. But we can also use other ones beyond that, which is Telegram. With Telegram as well, you can still do some wonderful, wonderful things. So this time around, we want to gather people together who will be able to train. We will have a central training session here in Port Harcourt, and then we'll have to pull people from the individual regions so that we'll be able to. Now, all these stay on hold until when we have the final approval and the letter is sent to all our state overseers. As at today, no letter yet, so no program yet. But if the approval will come, it might be too short a time for us to start planning. And that's the reason why we are pushing this ahead of the time. So that is just practically what I would say at this particular point in time. I want to hear your views, your opinions, your suggestions. Thank you very much. Yes, who is speaking and where are you calling from? Who is on, please? Yes, any question? If you want to ask any question, please indicate on the chat list. I have Bro Marcos Olaoluwa here. Do you have your question? Now go ahead, unmute yourself and go ahead. You can raise your hand on your chat and the chat room, and I'll be able to see it, then you can continue. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you all hear me? So if you have any question, please unmute yourself and go ahead. Bro James from Okrika, okay. Can you go ahead?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, you are welcome, sir.
Okay, so I want to ask a question now.
You are cut off, please. If your question is not getting through to us, it will be advisable you type it through. I'll read it out so that I'll be able to get it across to the people. If your question is not getting through or your voice is not getting through, you can type it out in the chat room.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry, sir. I said just recently today, government have come up with a schedule of the exam that we're reading in the country.
Yes,
and
sir.
if this program is going to take place this month, with
Yes, sir.
WAEC probably coming up from 17, I don't know how we are going to cope with that.
It cannot take up this month, sir, because today is 29th, tomorrow is 30th, and next is 31st. It's not practicable this month. You mean next month?
Yes, sir. I mean next month, August. Sorry, next month,
month.
August.
Okay. So that's the reason why we would be looking forward to when the final approval will come. But definitely, we should be anticipating.
Okay, sir. The next question I want to ask concerning the Google Inform.
Yes, sir.
For my own suggestion, it will be better that everybody is well trained and prepared for any eventualities that will happen, because according to from what you're saying, anything can happen from now. So it will be better that everybody is well trained and prepared for the program. Should it come today, no cause to alarm.
Okay. For the Google form, I will say we are going to schedule a training session for it, and your category leadership level we will train and use and then exercise our hands on it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So I will schedule a meeting where we'll be able to train ourselves. We have some experts in-house that will be able to assist us on that. Yes. Is that bro Marcos? Okay, bro James from Okrika. Go ahead, sir. Bro James from Okrika.
I actually do not raise up my hand.
But I'm seeing your hand here raised up.
Let me check.
Lower it. Then bro Ben from Bonny, can you go ahead?
Oh, it's lowered already.
Okay.
Let me lower now.
Good evening,
Bro
sir.
Ben. Yes, go
Good
ahead.
evening, sir.
You are welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. One of the things we discussed on Sunday,
yes, sir,
that is not going to be, is a new normal. And I'm beginning to envisage how it's going to look like. Number one, we are looking at the flexibility. The face-to-face, we usually have from Tuesday to Saturday. But in this flexibility as a state, what are we looking at?
Okay. Thank you very much.
The challenges we have, like in our area, we came out from lockdown, and we're on curfew. By 7:45, everybody's at home.
Everybody goes.
So,
okay.
What flexibility are we looking at in order to accommodate this program within the specified days, and
Thank
also for the other regions to carry along?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think what you look at in flexibility there is another word which you use very big again, is adaptability. Our locational adaptability will help us to, we need to adapt to the situational occurrences or situations within our immediate environment. Like area where they are moving out from ease down from lockdown to what you call a curfew, then definitely you'll know that there is going to be a very terrible restrictions. And they have time restriction, they have movement restriction, they have occasion restriction. So all those one will be able to adapt so that it will fulfill the very purpose of the other one. Now, if during the period when the curfew starts, there is a program that will be coming during that particular period, definitely we'll have a downloaded program for you and shift it to the next day. And you'll be able to, within the available and allowable time you have, you should be able to do some of the programs at your convenience. Did you get me clearly, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So definitely, we may not have a hard and fast rules around some locations because of their precarious situations, but definitely we would be able to look at everybody on apple for apple basis. Thank you very much. Yes, bro, Rena, go ahead.
Sir. Yes, sir. Okay, you just answer some of the questions and suggestions I want to make. I want to say that since this is the first time we want to have it on this medium online, that
Yes.
we should have a session where Lagos should be 1 day ahead, so that the programs and the other varieties and the sessions can now be on YouTube, where you can use, we can even burn it on CD or on memory card, or we can just send it on email, so that I just download it. I just as if you are maybe playing a music, so that it will be flexible, it's easily accessible. It's not the Zoom that sometimes network. If it's downloaded as if we are doing, maybe you are playing a CD film, that one is smooth. It runs smooth, no breakage, nothing, so that it's easily accessible. That is what I want to say, that at least Lagos, the main front line should be a day ahead, so that any other flexibility and the areas like the interior, we can now follow it sequentially. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think I got your point and your insight into what you've just presented. But I know that most times they will give us downloaded videos. And most time, if it's going to be live, definitely they will make provision for a downloaded portion that we can later access if we missed it in the first day. Then also, I also want to tell you that by the grace of God, we have a special privilege here as the state overseer has done. There is a built a standard infrastructure, statewide IT infrastructure that the state overseer started. And each of the regions, they have a VSAT now. During such program, if you deploy a VSAT as your internet channel, connectivity platform, you have a more stable session than when you are using MiFi, other smaller routers and every other thing. So almost all the regions now has the VSAT. I was fully deeply involved in it, as this VSAT has been bought for all the regions. And then during this program, if possible, it might be the backbone that we are going to make use of to deploy. We deploy it so that we'll be able to use it at each location. But the major problem in there is that it's only one per region. So if your location has more location than that, there will be a little challenge. And that is when we'll fall back to what you just said. We can have some of all these things in SD card. We can have them in CDs. We can also put them where you can easily download them, either through Facebook or on the website of Deeper Christian Life Ministry, Port Harcourt.
On mail, email of region.
Yes, to send such things to you by mail is going to be very, very heavy. But there is a mail that we can use. They call it iTransfer or WeTransfer. It goes with your mail, but it is a transfer protocol. At your hand, you'll be able to download it. So we will explore every available opportunity to make sure that the new normal is beneficial to every one of us and nobody is left behind.
Okay, sir. So the visa, has it arrived? Is it in Port Harcourt now?
Ask your region overseer. There is a visa in your region.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. We've already installed in all before the COVID-19 started. In fact, the COVID-19 stopped us from getting it to about 3 or 4 locations, but primarily almost all the regions, they have it.
Okay, sir. Maybe I'll find out, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Great.
Yes, any other question?
Sir?
Yes, who is speaking?
Oh, Bryce, sir, from LMA.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
Okay, sir, please, just like Bro Benjamin from Bonny was talking about the peculiarity of their own area.
Yes, sir.
LMA also have the same thing. One, for instance, is sourcing that the same curfew too, like Bonny. And apart from that, even within the Nchia axis, there is this kind of no bike after 6 o'clock, no bike, no keke, and all of that. So what I'm saying this is that I don't know. Is it possible for us to so arrange our this success camp in the way it will really fit our situation? I remember the national coordinator said the program will still be spread into 5 days, but depending on what is available to us or what our situation is, that we can still make it like Friday to Sunday, if that will help us. So because I want to plan, I have scheduled a meeting already with the youth leaders in my region this Sunday. So I want to see how we can start looking at this program, and based on this lockdown, this curfew and not moving after 6 p.m. and all of that, so that we can begin to plan in that line. So are we permitted to have the program from Friday to Sunday, sir?
Well, let's get the permission first. The simple language, the bottom line there is that we have to adapt to the precarious situation in our respective locations. So definitely what you have just said is doable, because they must not miss any part of it. And it is you, the onus is now falling on you to harmonize and synchronize with what obtains in your local environment.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So one more thing, sir. I do not know whether, I'm just thinking, I don't know whether during this success camp, if there's going to... Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Sir, please, I just need this clarification. Since we are planning based on our location now, I don't know whether the state have any, if there will be any time, maybe you will, there will be transmission from the state headquarters to the region. Well, I don't know if there anything like that we want to come in, because honestly need to consider it, sir.
Okay, no problem. We will draw out a schedule for the transmission. Let Lagos give us the timetable yet, because we've not been given the timetable.
Okay, sir.
So when the timetable comes or the program schedule comes, and then we'll be able to spread it on the work table again, then we will see which one we can, because I'm sure the state overseer will want to talk to everybody during that program. And he may apportion some selected messages as well to probably some of the region overseers. So that one, let the program schedule for the NYSC success camp, let it come out, then we'll know how to walk through on that particular one.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
sir. Bro, is Bro Ben hand up again, or Bro from Okrika again? Bro Faithful.
Bro Faithful.
Okay. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Please, I wish to ask, now looking at the program, doing it visually, unlike before when we always have a larger crowd. Now that, because we normally use school buildings to get the program done. So if we're not doing it visually, how do we get, because people may be willing to actually come in large number. So how can we control such crowd or such number in a situation like this that they have, because of the physical distancing? How can we control these people? Because we need to get something for them, as in they need to be watching it through the screen to see everything as it is going. So how can this thing be done? Then secondly, now,
hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello, sir. We can hear you.
I can't hear you again.
Can you
Okay,
hear
go
me?
ahead.
Yes, I
Myself?
said before
The
what we
network is fluctuating. Go ahead.
normally use school building to get the
No,
program
don't
done.
worry. It was the second question you were asking.
Okay, the second question I'm trying to say that let the approval, let it be within the school vacation so that we can also get the target audience.
Okay,
Because
there's
I
no
don't want
problem.
to
I've understood. It's all right. It's all right. I've understood your question. The first one, if I would tell you, one of the churches, great churches that benefited so much from this COVID-19 is Deeper Life Bible Church. Already we have a structure whereby we have house caring fellowship, that's our grassroots. We have zones, then you go on like that, we have districts and everything. When they give a number that it must not be more than 50, we distributed ourselves, and some people it was 50, they were able to. So when this comes and the maximum number of gathering of people that can gather at a particular point in time within the restrictions and directives of the federal government or state government policy on containing COVID-19 pandemic, is people should not be more than 70. Definitely in your region, still do the publicity, do the evangelism, do all that we needed to do, then have clusters of locations. This program is not being planned directly by us again. The involvement of your region overseers, the involvement of our pastors and leaders is topmost, because pastor is going to, the state overseer is going to be the chief driver of the process. So everything that needed to be done, we have to put it in place. Before you are meeting in one place and you can have 1,000 people, divide that 1,000 people by 70 and make sure that the number you have is the number of the clusters you are going to have, cluster locations that you are going to have. It's as simple as ABC. Thank you very much, sir. The next person.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Who is speaking?
Brother Solomon from Aoda East.
Okay, sir. Bro Dede, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think I would suggest the best thing we will have to do is, as we are coming in to ask one question or the other, we'll put up our video. It will help us, because that was what we did on Sunday, and it helped us in the network because of the challenges in the network. Then,
so you switch off the video?
Yes, that was what the national coordinator told us, and it helped us. That's
okay.
Sunday. I'll do mine now. Now, what I would suggest on this is that because of the clusters we are having, like those of us in the suburbs, will have up to 15 to 16 places where this program will be held. And the manpower resources is not there to carry on all the things we need to do, all the insights, this, that. I wish, or I want to suggest that if this thing will be done centrally, just like the previous program we had, we in the receiving end, then we'll be able to manage our receiving end. I know it's going to be a challenge to some people, just as Bonnie complained, and you gave him an answer. You said it can be carried over to the next day. I think if we do that, we'll have a time frame. If we are starting by 7 o'clock in the morning to end by 4 in the evening, within this time frame, we'll be able to work with the program for that day. I think it will go a long way. But if you leave us as a region to go and plan, the manpower resources to mine these places where we have these clusters may be a challenge to us in getting the fullness of the program, or getting all that is inside the program and getting it across to the youth. I think this is the suggestion I want to make.
Okay. Thank you very much. We know that a major challenge for us will be availability of resource persons.
Yes.
Those sessions, if you look at the timetable, the initial timetable for our planning that was displayed, you see that there's something they showed there as webinar. a webinar is a pre-recorded, most cases is a pre-recorded presentation that you will just send it across to you and everybody will be able to use it at that particular point. I don't know how the whole idea would be this time, but I could remember last year, we made use of animated illustrators or illustrations that people were able to use, and it has a background and everything went on. So some of the webinar may just be as simple as that, and some of the webinars may be a live demonstrated webinar that will be passed across to the people. So when we get that also, we'll be able to, our primary focus now is how to get the approval from GS, and with that, we can now shoot ahead. But definitely when we get to that area, we will definitely make any area, because we will do a form for us as a planning template. You will tell us how many workers you have, leaders that can handle some of these resources, and how many locations do you have. So by the time we tag location with your work, with your resources, you know whether you are at sufficient point or you actually have sufficient hand. So our sufficiency or deficiency template, we'll be able to send it to us so that we'll be able to manage that effectively. You got me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yes. Any other question again?
Sir, please, Steve Bryzer from LMA.
Okay.
Sir, please, this issue of clusters, I don't know how we're going to do it. Actually, in our region, the last e-forum, we had it in our groups, in our 13 groups.
Okay.
When I went to discuss it with the region overseer, so he was very mindful of the number. So he specifically told me that any group that had more than 70, that the overflow should be sent to a group that has a lesser number. Well, we didn't have that challenge because I think it was only one group that got up to that number. But in this case, yes, they had this, they had up to 70 and the last.
I know where you are going. Do you know what?
Yes.
Double your cluster point. Start doubling it now as your contingency plan. It's as simple as ABC. You got me, sir?
Okay, sir. Yes.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Yes, any other person, any other?
Yes, sir. Brorena, sir, from Iti.
Again. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Sir, looking at the suggestion raised and the question raised, they are critical, especially we in the regions and the interior. So I'm suggesting that looking at the church, the organogram and what they are doing, which helped all the churches to even the nook and crannies of every part of this country. That is from the chorus section to the message. It is programmed and it helps so much so that even if you are in the household, like we in the interior, which may not have, and they will be having over 20 this thing, if they can also program this, that is all the sections should be like that, so that immediately you slot in, you can run through because of manpower. Like here, manpower is a serious challenge, and we'll be having over close to 20 locations based on the number and the or close to that. So if you can suggest, at least in planning, let them plan in such a way that the program runs. If there are chiefs or download, all the sections can be done so that the little manpower we can have for security and the adult assisting, we can now run through the program. That is my suggestion, sir.
Thank you very much.
That's
captured. That's captured.
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, any other question? Any other suggestion? Any other opinion? And any other presentation? Okay. So from every indication, it's like everybody has got the focus of the program and what we are planning towards and the angle we are looking at for the program. Please, let's try as much as possible to start our background work on our planning and preparation. Then when the final approval comes, definitely we'll be able to now roll out to the city and be able to invite the people. That is when the publicity will come. But for now, on the ground preparation and programming, you prepare and you start putting yourselves where things will get done. Like some of you said that you are having a region planning meeting this weekend and every other thing. Please go ahead. Nothing stops you. Let's go ahead with that. But before we go, I also need to tell you, the South will be having a planning meeting just like this that's on Friday. I will send the invite to us. And then please, we need to connect. This one is South. That is, we are going to have all the region coordinators and state coordinators from the the 6 states in the South geopolitical zone. So please, we all need to be there. Take this as the formal invitation, and I will make sure that I get the login details. I'll be able to get that back to us as quickly as possible. So we don't need to flog over many things anymore. It's only just to have an AOB. Our YHSF booklets. Which number are we on now?
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing.
The challenge that we had last week Sunday, I just pray that somebody like now we're having a seamless connection, and the only thing is that it's just
who is speaking, please? I'm not getting.
My name is Benjamin from Bonny Island.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. No, thank you very much. I don't want you to drag that. I understand. The person that did that one for Lagos, you can see that the invite has all the nations of the world, the connection for America, for whatever in it. The person set too much restrictions on it. I don't know whether he built the security so that people outside will not be able to come inside that particular place. So that may be the reason why he did that. But in the long run, we now discover that it was so disadvantageous. Like I have a presentation to make. Unfortunately, I couldn't because I was technically knocked out. I tried every means, used others' laptops, but you can see how this one is only just one ID, and everything went on smoothly. So we are mindful of that, and by the grace of God, we have some very good, technically soft hands at the back end who will help us and who will support us on this. So they will equally run a training for every one of us as time comes, so that we'll be able to perfect everything. But let us get the let us get the approval first, and I know the approval is coming on the way already. So that's just my take for that. I hope I'm clear with you, sir. Is that all right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So actually, I was asking the question about our booklets. There are so many of us that if I took sample or survey or census of the booklet you got for your region, it would be so alarming. We still have some lying in the office, and the next one is about to be produced. So definitely I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to definitely shout at us. Whatever we have left behind that are unsold because you did not come to pick the normal ration for your region, I will distribute it around. I'm going to push it at you, and you must pay for it. Is that taken? You are not responding.
Taking, sir.
Taking. Thank you very much. So,
yes, it's taking.
That may be the practical approach to have no waste and yet deploy all the available resources for an effective utilization. So please, let's try to get it through like that. So Do you have any other observation, any
Excuse me.
other contribution? And
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
yes, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
sir. Good evening.
Bro Festus, you are just coming in or you are silently there?
I have been in, sir, for some time.
Okay, now ask your question.
Because I the booklet, I don't know. I want to talk about the booklet you just mentioned. Sir. Is there no to make it possible for us to get it? I know that Pastor Taiwo is only trying, but sometimes
you want him to try them all.
His timing, maybe with our own time, it may be an issue. So I don't know if it's possible for us to get it. Maybe if we can maybe drop it in the bookshop, or maybe we drop our order. Then we can say, okay, I keep this is so place for you. Maybe, and then you tell us who we can give money to. So that it will be easy for us. Somebody coming to the town and come and pick the booklet. Like we need the booklet now. But my concern has been, how do we get across to, I mean, when Pastor Taiwo will be having the time, and then the person that will be available to pick it at that time.
There's no problem. What we will definitely do now is that sending your orders, then we will keep it in the bookshop for you, and you will go to the bookshop and pick it for your order, the one you ordered for and you are paid for. We are not going to put it generally in the bookshop and then it will rot there. You paid for it. The DLSO office will put it in the bookshop with your label of your region on it. Then from there, problem solved. So anytime you like, hold on, bro Taiwo, anytime you are now free, come and pick it because you are paid for it. Even if you don't come to pick it, what's the name? Book.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Good evening. This is Bro Frank from Eleme region, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Bro Frank, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Please go ahead.
Sorry, I had a little issue with my audio, so I didn't really get all of the updates from the beginning, sir. Hello, sir.
So what's your request, sir?
Okay, so I made a little bit of, I had a screenshot of the laptop screen, so I'll go over it again at my spare time. It's about the booklets, the last discussion. I didn't really get the full details on that one.
Yes, what Pastor is saying is that you should make your booking. Send ahead your money makes your booking for you. Then we tell you where you pick it up, even if it is not the time that you feel like coming to pick it, you come and pick it anytime you want to pick it.
Okay, sir.
You understand?
Okay, sir.
That's what Pastor was trying to put across to us.
Okay.
That you should make your booking.
I don't know. Can I make a request, please, sir?
Please go ahead.
Okay, today is our leaders meeting over here in the Eleme region. So I was running around to fix up the generator and everything for them. So I couldn't meet up at the beginning, though my audio was also having issues. Is there a way someone or a way I can get a feedback as in based on what Pastor said from the beginning, how do I get the information he passed across?
And your regional coordinator was available. So get
Okay,
across the
sir.
border, Isaiah.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Is there any other contribution from the house?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Can you come?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, please come up, come up. Who is on the line?
Well, Ekiche from Andoni.
Okay, please go ahead.
So, now, as it stands, the commendation, I mean, the go-ahead order hasn't come from Lagos yet. What is that kind of a report or a motivating language are we going to give to the youths? Because after now, we tell them that the youth, they say will take place. And since that have not been given yet, approval for the program.
What we have been told is for us to hold on. Let's get the signal from Lagos. So when we have the signal from Lagos, we'll be able to let our audience, let our students, our youth know how it's going to come up. You understand? But from what we have had this evening, definitely we are looking forward to have National Youth Success Camp this year. You understand, sir? Hello? Do you get it right?
Yes, I heard you, sir.
It's okay. Any other question or clarification? Any other one? I'm not seeing any hands up. Hello? Are we all there?
Yes, yes, we are there.
It's okay.
It's like we have
the pastor's connection is having a little bit of. We will just hold on a little to see how it will come up. He's trying to come up again. It's like there was a network jam and it knocked him out. So let's see. I'll just wait a little to get signal from him. We'll now know the next thing to do. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's okay, please.
I think
let's
going back.
Hello? If there's any other thing for us to discuss while we are waiting for him, please go ahead with it so that if I can attend.
Okay. I am back, please. I don't know what really happened. My network just ceased. Okay, so have you been able to iron out on the collection and the retrieval of the YHSF?
Yes, what just as you started, I have told them anybody that is interested should make their booking. Then we now tell the person wherever the person would like to pick it up.
Okay, no problem. Yes, any other one? One bro Samuel Bayberry. Yes, what's the go ahead. Any other question? Or any other important issues we need to quickly just consider?
Sir? Good evening, sir, from Buri region. I want to, yes, there is something. Hello? Hello?
Go ahead,
hello?
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, good evening.
Yes, from Buri region, Bro Samuel. I want the youth.
Hello, can you remove stop sharing your video and use only audio?
Home Success Fellowship. Hello.
Your network is very, very poor. Can you type in what you want to say? We can't hear you, it's breaking. Hello?
Please, sir, question.
Okay, go ahead. You can ask your question.
Yes, sir, this is Bro Faithful, sir. Please, somebody ask a question that, can we prepare the mind of the youth as the program is done, though it has not been approved? Can we prepare their minds, or we are waiting for the approval to come before we can start telling them about the program? Thank you, sir.
We can only afford to prepare the mind of the leaders, not the youth yet, until when the approval comes. So we want the leaders to be prepared. Immediately the approval comes, then everybody shoots to the streets with the youth. You have any other question?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, so on the agenda, you made mention of a data incentive. I don't know what that meant.
Well, that's how they put it from Lagos. Your region will be responsible for such incentives. The data incentives may be one around buying sufficient, well, applicable, what do I put it now? Whatever it will make you to use, all the data you will need to use for that particular program, your region will be responsible for it. It should be part of your embedded planning process.
Okay, sir.
Did you get me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello? I hope I'm still on.
Yes, sir. I heard it.
So do we still have any other? Okay, it's clear. So do we still have any other question from any other angle? Yes, go ahead. Hello?
Yes, we are hearing you, sir.
Pastor, from the look
But somebody said he had typed something. I'm not seeing anything typed. It's like there's a serious network challenge in here.
Pastor,
okay.
We are receiving. Please go ahead.
But I'm not getting from you. That's my whatever. Okay. Thank you so much for this session. I think we can lock down at this point in time, except you still have any other thing you want us to discuss. Is there any other thing?
No, sir.
Okay.
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 Just one.
So in the absence of,
hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Please, at this point in time, the network is becoming very, very unfriendly.
Yes, that was one of the things the national.
I'm not getting you. Yes, I'm okay. Go ahead.
That's one of the things the national coordinator told us, that we should look for the network that for this kind of programs. So every region coordinator, if you are using Glo or MTN or Airtel, know which network is stronger in your location and use that one for your activities. Okay, sir.
Okay. Then I also told us that we already have VSAT, but that VSAT may not be able to go around everybody, because you will, like in your location, you may need up to 15 points and you don't have 15 VSATs to use. But the best connection is through the VSAT, which is the small visual terminal that will be able to get better information than these routers and all these small MiFis. But notwithstanding, know the one that is very peculiar of your location, and that is what you should go for. Don't buy one, you have to use two. In case one goes down, the other one will be able to be your backup. There is still going to be a technical training session where you will be able to send more people and will be able to train and do a retraining before the program. So let's still hold it tentatively the way it is for now. So, brethren, Ed, any other question?
Yes, sir. I'm Rena, yes, from Iche region. So I'm saying technically, can't we integrate it in such a way that we can use what we have, the HD, and that is this bandwidth we are using for the normal church program, and integrate it in, so that since all the churches have that the AD, that is the receiver, and then we integrate it in, it works out. Hello,
Okay.
sir. Yes, it's possible.
I'm getting you. I got you. What I'm trying to let you understand. Do you understand that all the regions, they don't have the same structure? Some people are on lockdown, some are on curfew, and some are free. So if you use the unit, that's why they said each person should be able to adapt it to their respective location. So we will look at that, but definitely I know that you cannot run a central program directly. There will be some little adjustment along the line.
Yes, yes.
Did you get me, sir?
Yes, if they do that central one, it will help a lot of people.
Okay,
Then,
well, what we'll just, okay, no problem. Let us lock down for now, but let's go back to our respective location and start our planning, general planning for now. But you don't need to blow it open until when your region overseer speaks about it, and until when you hear from us from Rumodara here. Now, if you look at your screen, you can type that URL address out. If you want to test the signal level, the strength of the signal in your environment, you buy any of the data from the service provider or any of the gadget of the service provider and type in this particular address, it will tell you the strength of that particular service provider in that area. Did you get it? So quickly go into that one and use it as a test. So at this junction, I want us to just stop at this point so that we don't overflog everything. Already, many of us have already ejected. I have a very few in-house now. Probably their battery went off and everything. Let us pray. Faithful Father, we thank you for so far, everything has been so wonderful. We are praying that by your divine grace and power, when we shall have the opportunity to meet again, to plan and to finalize our preparations, I'm praying that your spirit alone will lead and guide us through in Jesus' name. Amen. As we go right now, Holy Spirit, go with us. Thank you for everything. As we look forward to the approval and the preparation and even the implementation of the program, let all things work together for our good in Jesus' name. Amen. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
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 Thank you very much. Good night. And
Good night. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. But we still need the link.
We'll get it across to you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
As also the faithful creator. It tells us in Matthew chapter 5, verse 10, Matthew chapter 5,